Anime has been part of my life for well over a decade now. Since my first year of high school, the medium of anime has given me some of the most gut-busting laughs, the ugliest cries, the most heart-pounding and exhilarating thrills, and overall some of the most influential and, dare I say, developmental moments of my life. Anime has been there for me since the age of 14, and now as a man in my mid-20s, I can say confidently that anime will always be there. Countless shows have led me down the path to be an anime YouTuber. I can credit classics like Dragon Ball Z and Inuyasha for being the two shows that introduced me to the medium, but those shows were long finished by the time I got around to watching them. I can give all the credit in the world to Evangelion for helping me curate my own taste, or Kaguya-sama Love is War for making me fall in love with comedy and romance. The list goes on and on. However, I would be doing a disservice to a certain anime that started its journey alongside myself. One of the few anime that I can say grew up with me throughout this more than a decade-long experience as an anime fan. That show is Attack on Titan. This isn't a review of Attack on Titan by any means. I'm not writing this as a way to convince you this is the greatest thing since Hentai Haven or tell you how this show changed the landscape of anime as a whole. This is a love letter to a show that in all honesty put me on the path to making videos for you all today. This is my relationship with Attack on Titan. I can remember throughout my first year of high school as I was but a mere baby in the anime community hearing the rumblings of a certain new show that was airing. Yeah, you see what I did there? Rumbling, the theme song, it's called The Rumbling. Aaron commences the rumbling. Why the fuck did I put that in the script, dude? I'm fucking sick. I don't want to do this. This is why I stop making videos sometimes. I'm so fucking stupid. Anyway, I'd hear of Attack on Titan all the time from friends or fellow classmates, but unfortunately I lived in the Stone Age and had zero internet access in my house, so there was no way for me to actually watch it. The only way I was even able to watch anime in my early years was from either borrowing DVDs from friends or watching whatever Toonami was airing on Saturday nights. I had damn near forgotten about AOT until the anime gods smiled upon me, and on May 3rd, 2014, Attack on Titan aired on Toonami, and I DVR'd it because I'm pretty sure I was out with friends that night. From that point on, I always made sure my DVR was set to record every weekly episode, never missing a single one, whether I watched it live on air when I had the chance, or watched it when I woke up on Sunday mornings like a little kid, bowl of cereal in hand. From the first episode, I was captivated. This was a far cry from many of the shows I had seen. This wasn't Dragon Ball or Naruto. This wasn't Inuyasha or Sailor Moon. This was different. This was grim. This was dark. This had a girl eating raw potatoes. I don't even know how anybody can eat raw potatoes. This was just before I got into Evangelion, Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon, Akira. I had never seen anime like this. This was gripping. Betrayals, plot twists up the ass, death around every corner, a bunch of political bullshit. Every episode had me at the edge of my seat, waiting for the next twist or plot development. What the hell's in the basement? There's titans in the walls? It's not even cold, Mikasa. Take that damn scarf off. How is that girl eating potatoes raw? I literally could never. I watched the entire first season weekly on Toonami, and it was one of the first shows I ever really did that for. Yeah, other shows aired every week alongside it, but this was the first time I felt like I was actually keeping up with it. I was able to talk about it with friends who were able to watch the subversion online. I was able to not get spoiled on important events because I didn't have the internet to ruin it for me. I didn't have the luxury to just binge it all in a sitting. I had to wait patiently each week for the next installment, and I absolutely loved it. 25 episodes of what I considered to be pure ecstasy, and then nothing. Almost 3 years of silence. BAM! Season 2 drops out of nowhere. By 2017, we had just barely gotten a Wi-Fi router in the house, and I had to figure out how to be an adult fast. So, Attack on Titan Season 2 was just kind of sitting in the back of my mind until my cousin randomly blurted out, oh yeah, that just started airing like last week. So of course I jumped on that as soon as I could, and after what felt like my whole life waiting to see what happened next, I dropped it after 3 episodes. The pacing felt much slower, and my taste had developed to a point where the show at the time just wasn't hitting like it used to. Maybe it was a me thing, maybe I just got dumber as I aged and couldn't comprehend the politics like I used to. I don't know what it was. It would take me until the literal last season until I picked the entire series back up. Season 3 had already came and gone. More and more of my peers were clamoring about how amazing it was, and I started to feel like I was missing out on something big. People who I knew didn't even watch anime in any capacity were telling me how much they loved Attack on Titan. So about a week before the first episode of Season 4 was set to release, I binge-watched the 2 seasons I missed. Throughout this entire Attack on Titan bender, I couldn't fathom why I dropped the show in the first place. Everything clicked for me. I began to prefer the slower pacing of the second season compared to the first. I loved the new direction the show was going in, and that's when I realized something striking. The show, much like I, the viewer, was growing. Just as I changed with each passing year, the show was evolving into something more than just people fighting ugly naked giants. It was about finding freedom. It was about struggling and finding a way to overcome said struggles, no matter how difficult or impossible it may seem. The characters struggled whilst I myself struggled, and that was something I couldn't relate to when I first stopped watching. I had to understand that while the show isn't the exact same as it was when I started watching, I too was not the same person that tuned into Toonami that fateful day in 2014. Now here we are in 2023, and Attack on Titan is finally over. I could sit here and I can talk about how the ending was kinda messy, and how I don't feel like all the plot lines were wrapped up very smoothly. I can talk about how I wish Studio Wit were the ones to animate the final season, or how I wish MAPPA released the final parts as a movie instead of making me wait a year in between each part, because it really should have been a movie and me and all my friends would have paid crazy money to go see that in theaters. We are not kidding. I can go on and on about a lot of things and nitpick and dissect, but that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is thank Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was the anime to truly make me feel like a part of the anime community. I've always been the boomer anime kind of guy. I'm always either late to the party or watching some grotesque 90s OVA that no one knows or cares about. For years, I felt like the black sheep or the late bloomer, and Attack on Titan was my first instance of feeling like I was a part of something bigger. It introduced me to active anime conversations and the format of watching anime seasonally. It brought me to so many different content creators at a time where anime YouTube was new to me, and the thought of me even making anime YouTube videos was a pipe dream. I started Attack on Titan as a kid with very little friends, no internet, and no knowledge of anime. Today, as Attack on Titan reaches its conclusion, I stand a man who through this show was able to make a plethora of new friends and make memories that'll last a lifetime. Late night texts or phone calls of what the ending's gonna be like, being sent videos of our friends crying because their favorite character died, singing the openings and endings at the top of our lungs, throwing Attack on Titan themed birthday parties. The list goes on and on forever. I've gone from no internet to now having a YouTube channel with 200 lovely subscribers to which I have the honor of creating content for. The honor of building a fun, safe community for others just like me. I would not be here today if it wasn't for Attack on Titan, a show that of course helped bring anime to a new light and a new level of popularity, but more importantly, put me on the path to growth and betterment. So all I want to say is thank you, Attack on Titan. Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood rom-com senpai here, just throwing in a little extra message at the end of the video. If I sound a little funky today, a little less charismatic, a little less animated, it is because I am very, very sick. And I also screamed my lungs out while watching the Bills play the Jets. Thank God we won. So there's your timestamp of when I made this. I'm very sorry that I haven't been able to make videos as much as I want to. I work a full-time job, and it's very hard to try to balance that and a social life and watch anime and play video games and watch football and make music all at the same time. But I will definitely be trying to be more consistent, so thank you very much. I want to do more personal videos instead of just reviews. So if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, share on social media, that'd be wonderful. I really appreciate it. So once again, this is your friendly neighborhood rom-com senpai. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.